Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask you to please rise. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the DeVos Fieldhouse here on the campus of Hope College for today's men's varsity contest between the Pioneers of Wisconsin Platteville and your Hope College Flying Dutchmen. Here are tonight's starting lineups. First for the Pioneers at 1 forward, a 6'5" freshman from Boulders, Wisconsin, number 5, Kyle Tuma. And at 1 forward for the Flying Dutchman, a 6'5" senior from Flint, number 15, Dennis Towns. At 1 forward for the Pioneers, a 6'4" senior from Dubuque, Iowa, number 12, Robert Duex. And at 1 forward for the Flying Dutchman, a 6'5" senior from Fort Wayne, Indiana, number 32, Teddy Ray. Starting at center for the Pioneers, a 6'7" senior from Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin, number 40, Clay Kurz. And at center for the Flying Dutchman, a 6'6" sophomore from Lansing, number 51, Preston Granger. At 1 guard for the Pioneers, a 5'11" sophomore from Lake Mills, Wisconsin, number 2, Alex Rainey. And at 1 guard for the Flying Dutchman, a 5'11" junior from Williamston, number 22, Riley Lewis. And at the final guard spot for the Pioneers, a 5'9" sophomore from Chicago, Illinois, number 4, Quentin Shields. And at the final guard spot for the Flying Dutchman, a 5'11" senior from Shelby, number 1, Jason Beckman. The Pioneers are coached by Jeff Gard. The Flying Dutchmen are coached by Greg Mitchell. Your officials this evening, Mr. Chad Palmer, Mr. Kevin Quaker, and Mr. Corey DeGroot.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Hope College inside of DeVos Fieldhouse. You are here for the matchup between the Hope College Flying Dutchmen and Wisconsin Platteville Pioneers. We got about a 5:30 start. We're starting about 3 minutes late. I'm Carly Van Swal alongside Brajan Crispin. The Hope College Flying Dutch come in at 4-3, while Wisconsin Platteville comes in at 5-3. So 2 teams with some similar records. So we expect to see a great matchup tonight. Brajan, thanks for being here today, and what do you expect to see from this game?
Thank you, Carly. It's good to be here. I think it's going to be important for each of these teams to start out fast and get some quick momentum right off the bat. Eliminate the turnovers, take care of the basketball, do little things right, take high percentage shots, and get back on defense, win the transition game, and I think the team that does that is going to be end up being successful.
So Granger and Gerds are going to take the tip-off. Something interesting from this Platteville team is that they have a similar offensive set that UW-Wisconsin Stevens Point that we saw last week has. A lot of ball movement, likes to use the whole shot clock, and a lot of back screens that we'll see off the ball. So it'll be interesting to see how the Dutch handle that after seeing an offensive set similar to that last week. So right away, the ball movement is evident. Gerds with the pass to Rainey to give the first 2 points of the game.
In the last game, Beckman was held to under 10 points. He's going to need to have a much better performance tonight for him to have a shot at taking down this team.
Towns misses up that pass, but Ray's there to recover. So Beckman will slow things up to set up the offense with 12 seconds on the shot clock. He's going to pull up for the jumper, no good. Box out from number 5, Tuma, to get things going for the Pioneers back the other way.
Hoping a man-to-man defense.
Shields misses the shot. Granger with the great rebound, and Lewis has it. Finds Granger, looks for Beckman. Beckman gets Preston on the roll. Granger doesn't finish, but good contact to give himself a chance to go to the line. And
Granger's going to have a big game for this Hope team to stay on top. He did a good job of corralling the pass, looking ball first, and then going towards the basket. Being in the right position, he'll head to the charity stripe for the first free throws of the game.
That foul is going to be on number 5, Kyle Tuma. Granger, who's at the line, misses the first. He had 18 points in their last game, the team high against UW Stevens Point. Some other players in double figures, Beckman, Lewis, and Ray. So kind of 4 of the main offensive prospects for the Dutch as he gets the second to go.
Teddy, Ray, and Lewis, prolific three-point shooters. Back on defense now.
Tuma has it. He finds Gerds. Against Granger. Looks to Rainey. Rainey has it against Beckman. Now Shields. He sends it down low. Tuma takes it against Towns. Kicks out to Gerds. He goes for the 3. No good. Ray sneaks in for that rebound. Beckman takes it. A lot of speed. He's going to send it out to Lewis on the three-point line. Off the back of the rim. Towns went for the rebound, and Tuma is going to get called for a second foul.
And that's a great job by Towns contesting the rebound, not letting the Pioneers rebound it easily. Goes up and draws the foul. Teddy Ray will inbound.
Number 3, Blake McCann for the Pioneers are going to sub in for Tuma. Ray on the baseline, gives it right away to Preston, hands off to Beckman. Beckman gives it back to Granger. He's going to go right hand in the middle. Nice shot. Granger with all 3 points.
Granger with a good job with the 5-footer in the paint, the soft touch. Need to get going early on.
Rainey goes baseline, kicks out to Shields. He finds McCann. McCann drives. Floater. Rainey with the offensive rebound, puts it back up.
Hope is going to need to rebound and prevent the second chance scoring opportunities.
So 2 players on the court have all the points. Rainey for the Pioneers, Granger for the Dutch. Towns has it up top. He finds Lewis. He takes the screen from Ray. Picks up his dribble on the baseline. Dennis recovers. 5 seconds, excuse me. Beckman takes a long 3 and gets it to go. And Beckman, any shot on the court is a good shot for him.
And he went from way downtown, 6-4, the Hope lead.
This ball goes down to Rainey. Rainey takes Beckman, wants the post move. And we're going to get a foul. Strong defense from Beckman. Rainey confused. And so the Dutch will get it going the other way. 17-10 left to go, 6-4, Dutch with the 2-point lead.
Beckman with the deep 3 on the last trip. Down offensively.
Risky pass from Lewis. That's going to be tipped, so it won't be an over-the-back call. Towns doesn't want to take it across, so Lewis will take it. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Lewis with the shot, no good. Preston tries to keep it alive. A good weak side box out from McCann to allow Rainey to take it down. Shield has it, pushes out to Rainey. 3-point play, and still 7 points for him, 7 points for the Pioneers.
That was a great shot by Rainey. Beckman contested as well as he could, still able to sink the shot. 7-6.
Towns has it against McCann. Takes one dribble, picks it up. Needs help, 5 seconds. He gets his dribble back off the tip. That's going to go off of his knee and out of bounds.
Towns having a hard time right now. He's being defended really, really well. He needs to take care of the ball. It goes out of bounds. It'll be Pioneer basketball.
Number 24, Justin Jarvincevu, is going to come into the game. The 6'4" sophomore.
4 minutes just gone by in the first half. 1 point game.
Gertz has it. Towns was on the ground, recovers. Jarvincevu takes his first shot, no good. Late whistle on the call, but it's going to be a foul. And that's going to be on Towns. That's going to be a shooting foul, so Jarvincevu will take his turn at the charity stripe.
Let's take a look at the replay here. Can't really tell from that angle.
Jarvincevu gets the first to go, his first points of the game. That's what you like to see from someone coming off the bench right away, getting a good offensive possession. Didn't finish the shot, but you know, drew the foul, making both free throws. Doing it the hard way, but gets it done.
And Sam Free will come into the game. So on the court, it's Ray, Lewis, Granger, Vree, and Beckman. 9-6.
We're going to get a foul on number 2, Alex Rainey, as Beckman is driving baseline.
So 2 with his first foul, 7 points so far this afternoon.
Beckman will take it out on the sideline.
Beckman with 3, Granger with 3. Some conversation with the officials.
I think they're going to talk about shot clock. So they're going to put 23 on the shot clock. Quick, easy pass to Lewis. He gives it to Beckman, looks down to Granger. Granger one-on-one. Little help from the double team, right over. Good job by Gertz not to foul, and Preston finishes the shot.
Yeah, he's having his way inside so far. He's going to be key for them with 5 points now, only down 1.
Shields drives all the way around. Ooh, good reverse, in and out. This one out to Ray. He goes quick down low. Jarvincevu's there, intercepts the pass, and saves it from going out of bounds. 15 minutes left to go, 9-8. Duax makes the 2, makes it 11-8. We're going to get 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. And Duax, a guy who's kind of the offensive engine for this team. We'll see a replay of his last shot. Great job by Duax. A lot of speed coming off that and power. Duax had 15 points in their last game. The Pioneers lost to Wheaton 99-77. Freshman McCann had the career high and team high with 18 points off the bench. Shields and Duax, as I said, both had 15 apiece. John, what have you seen so far in the first couple minutes of this first half? Well,
their offense so far for Hope has been Beckman and Granger. I think they need to get their other players involved. Lewis and Ray are both great three-point shooters. And you have Reed down low. He's probably the tallest player on the court right now. I'd love to see them trying to get a double team on Beckman and get something down low and get the chip to the free throw line. Beckman's shot is up and no good. Rebounded by the Pioneers.
Number 30, Stovall, checks into the game. He has the ball right now for the Pioneers. Down low is Duax. Can't get the left hand to go. Vree with a great rebound. Lewis has it on the baseline, finds Granger. Ray up top. Goes to Beckman. He's got space, can't get the 3 to go. Good rebound from Stovall. Shields brings it across the halfway mark. Now to McCann, or Duax, excuse me. Duax takes the jumper. Doesn't hit anything but the backboard.
Back-to-back defensive stops for the Dutch.
Got to capitalize offensively. Beckman struggling. Bree just kind of spikes that one down straight to Duax. He wants to take Ray one-on-one, and he does it.
Yeah, Ray couldn't get back in time.
Ray has it on the wing. Down to Bree. The double team is there. Bree's going to get called for a travel.
Took an extra step as he tried switching his pivot forward. He got called for the walking violation. It's a 5-point game in favor of the Pioneers. Bill Woodhams checks back into the game. My roommate, got to give him a shout out. Got called up about a week and a half ago, making his impact known right away. Prolific 3-point scorer and a lockdown defender. He is on Justin Jarvencevu.
Honer also checked into the game, a defensive specialist for this team. Fox checked in for the Pioneers. He has the ball right now. Jarvencevu with the ball. Now Shields. He's directing traffic. Instead takes the jumper. Beckman gets the rebound.
They've gotten 3 straight defensive stops. They need to get something going offensively.
We're going to get a reaching call on number 3, Blake McCann. They have 14 fouls.
Those are one of those penalties where you just reach out an arm and try and swipe at the ball. It's better to move your feet, get in a position, and try and contest the entire drive versus just swiping with your hand.
Lewis will take it across. He's going to take it all the way, right hand.
It's a great disciplined take right there. Cuts this Pioneer lead to 3.
Jarvencevu back to Fox. Now Shields. 14 seconds on the shot clock. He uses the pick. He wants to take it. Kicks out to Stovall. He gets it to go. 16-10. 6-point lead for the Pioneers.
About 8 minutes gone by in the first half.
And somehow the Pioneers pull away with it. And then Lewis takes it right back. He looked like he was in a lot of pain coming up from being on the floor. Didn't think he expected the pass to come. He gets called for the travel. Towns will sub in for him. Danny Beckman will come into the game.
Danny Beckman, a sophomore, come off of an ACL tear. He's back sooner than a lot would project him, usually a 10 to 12 month recovery. He's back after 7 or 8 months, so it's good to see him back out on the court, healthy and playing. Yeah,
he dressed for the first couple games and then took a couple off. I think they had a little bit of scare in practice, so they just wanted to make sure that it kind of healed from that little tweak. On the back and dribbles in. That's going to go in for McCann. Beckman has it. Jason Beckman with the shot. Sinks it. He's got 5. Shields against Danny Beckman. Intercepted the pass. Honer gets control, and number 2, Rainey's going to get called for the foul. That's going to be his second foul.
It's a loose ball foul there. Good job by Honer with a good defensive play right there. 6-point game.
Duax up into the game. Honer will pass it in to Jason Beckman. Jason Beckman and Danny Beckman, like you all assumed, are brothers. Their sister Jenny Beckman on the women's team. Woodhams misses that one. Shields gets the rebound. McCann has it. Baseline goes Fox. And Towns is going to get called for the block. A lot of bodies flying all over the place during that play.
I just think Towns was out of place and he got his hands caught. Unintentional. Oh no, he was trying to take a charge.
Yep. He gets called for that. That's his second.
At the line will be Justin Fox. Talked about the shooting prowess for the line for his Pioneers. Fox.
So Fox at the line.
11:02 into this contest. He sinks the first.
Makes the first, shoots 80% for this season. Granger's going to come in for Towns. We're also going to see number 33, Jeff Borrell, come into the game. And we'll see Jarvincevu check back in for McCann. Fox looking to get his second, and he does. 11 minutes left to go in the first half. 8-point lead for the Pioneers, 22-12. Danny Beckman with the ball, passes to brother Jason, who can't get the three. Brought down, he brings it down to his ankles. That's Fox who brought it down, and Borrell stuck his hand in there to mix him up. And that's going to give Hope the possession again. We'll see a replay of that. And Bergeron knows, I talk about all the time, once you get the rebound, you never bring it down low, because it's not going to be a foul if you bring it down low. It's going to be a jump ball every time.
Hustle-inspired basketball early on.
Ray checks in. Jason Beckman passes to Preston. Preston stuck underneath the basket.
It'll be 23 seconds on the shot clock after the ball goes out of bounds. Hope will inbound. Teddy Ray will inbound.
He gives it to Granger. Granger looks, right hand, gets the contact. Going to be a reach.
So Granger's been a lot more aggressive, I would say, this game than he has been in the past couple of games, and it's really helping. He's been one of the lead contributors so far in this contest. He has 5 points. He's at the line to try and get a couple more. First one is up and good.
Granger shooting 75% from the free throw line. And he gets both.
And that was the 16th foul. So the next foul, Hope will be shooting the rest of the way. So key opportunities to get some uncontested points.
Duax with the ball. Finds Shield. He uses the screen from Duax. Right hand flip. Gertz tries to tip it in. Gets his own rebound. And he'll draw the foul off of Ray.
Overall foul number 32, Timmy Ray. That is his first.
Be his first foul. Shooting foul for Gertz, the senior.
A couple of offensive rebounds really set that up, and Platteville out-rebounds opponents.
First shot is up and no good.
10:23 left to go. 21-14. Beckman brings it across. He hands off to Danny Beckman. Ray is going to take his first three of the game and lets it fly. He wants the foul too, but got to be happy with that 3-point.
That's first three of the game. The lead is now 4. Need to get Teddy Ray going.
Gertz has it on the baseline. Finds Jarvincevu. Danny Beckman tries to take the charge. Instead gets called for the block.
Riley Lewis will check back into the game. See the replay here. I guess he was still in motion, so the ref called it a blocking foul. Could have gone either way. And Coach Mitchell wanted to get the charge call.
I think he wants to push off on that. McCann will check back in. Gertz has it against Preston. One-on-one. Great defense from Granger, and Borrell just takes it away. And Granger is a solid wall down there. So possession arrow favors the Pioneers.
Good job by Borrell coming along the backside and taking that ball away.
Inbounds here to Duax. Gertz has it up top. Now Shields. He uses a screen cross court to McCann. Another body call, blocking call, excuse me. This time on Jason Beckman. That's going to be the team's 5th foul. We saw a little bit of a replay there. Coach Mitch wants to push off.
So 2 of those, one on Jason, one on Danny, the Beckman brothers. 20 seconds will be on the shot clock.
Shields will take it out on the baseline. Sends it into Duax, who finds Gertz. Shields gets it back. He's going to take the jumper. No good. Lewis with the rebound. He looks up, surveys his options. He'll send it into Granger.
Wasn't the greatest pass, leads to a Hope turnover. Got to take care of the basketball. Fresh shot clock for the Pioneers. Jarvencevu to inbound.
Justin Stovall checks back into the game. And Shields will take his time bringing the ball up the court. Can has it. Now back to Shields. Granger intercepts the pass. Stovall keeps it in bounds. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Make that 10 now. Stovall up. Wide open is Jarvincevu down low. He passes out to Duax, who gets that baseline jumper to go.
Hope unable to contain the jumper, getting caught in space, and we'll get a hand check foul on number 4, Quentin Shields. Blues will go to the line. They're in the 1-and-1.
Quentin Shields, that is his first.
Sam Bree will check in, as well as Jason Dietz, number 3.
Sam Bree. Also number 3, Jason Dietz.
Riley makes the first. Number 2, Alex Rainey comes back in for the Pioneers.
Alex Rainey.
Lewis with the second shot. Is up and good.
Rainey now will take the point guard spot. Gives it to Duax. Duax looks to drive, gets around a couple defenders, kicks out to Jarvincevu. No good. Stovall keeps it intact. Jarvincevu crashing, can't finish the left hand, and Bree tips that down to Lewis.
It's great defensive effort. Preston be able to cause some pressure defensively. Leads to a Hope fast break.
Lewis from the screen off Bree. Now Granger up top. Dietz has it, 10 seconds. Takes one dribble, finds Lewis. 6 seconds to go. He needs some help. 4 seconds. 3, he's got to take the shot and gets it to go. I don't think that's the offensive set Coach Mitch wants to see, but gotta love that Lewis can finish.
Not a whole lot of room there. Good job at creating space for himself, enough to get the shot off to beat the shot clock. 23-21.
Duax is going to take the 3 over Granger. Bree on the ground. Ball's loose. Bree has it.
It's going to be foul on number 30, Stovall. Bree coming up limping. The scrum for the basketball. Let's see the replay here. And Bree's going to shoot free throws. So we'll get a timeout. Looking to see if it'll be a 30 or a full. It's going to be a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay here. John Crispin alongside Carly Vanswell. So Hope started out kind of flat. Came back into this one with a mixture of good defense and a couple three-point shots by Teddy Ray and then a buzzer beater by Lewis.
We're going to see a couple Hope highlights here. That's Granger's bucket.
Make sure you submit your best before halftime because that's when the winner will be announced.
Now Jason Beckman.
And as always, we'd like to extend a very special thank you to
Granger again on the bunny.
for their support of Hope College Athletics.
And Riley Lewis taking it to the rack. So definitely better offensive shot selection from the Dutch in these last couple minutes. Have decreased the lead to 2. Sam Bree at the line can tie it up. Bree, a 37% free throw shooter. Can't get it. Rebound from Stovall. Shields back in for the Pioneers. Stovall has it, finds Gertz. Goes baseline, finds Shield, back to Stovall. Down low to Gertz against Bree. Double teams there. Stovall's going to take the 3, no good. Lewis, one of the shortest guys on the court, getting the rebound.
Good to see him getting some boards, trying to help this team come back from a 2-point deficit.
Now Dietz. Ray has it against Duax. Down low to Granger. The help defense is there. From Gertz, somehow strips through and gets it to go.
Granger having himself a night, making his presence felt inside the paint. We're tied up at 23. He has 9 on the evening, the leading scorer.
Stovall again against Granger. Dietz sends that ball out of bounds, jump in the passing lane.
Good defensive effort right there, trying to disrupt this offense. Pioneers having trouble scoring of late.
Down low to Gertz, he can't handle it. So Lewis has it. Doesn't have numbers to push. He's going to take the 3 instead, and he knew it.
Just feeling it. 26-23, Hope takes the lead. 6 minutes remaining in the first half.
And Lewis has 9. Now Duax. 6 points. Kind of quiet night for him so far. Stovall wants the 3, and he gets it.
So back-to-back threes, each team answering each other. 5:37 left.
Lewis jumper, back-to-back, good shots from him.
That's his sweet spot on that side of the court. Goral getting ready to check back in for the Dutch.
Duax has it now. Looks at his options, decides to drive. Gets stopped by Bree with the help defense. Now Gertz, back to Stovall. Down low to Shields. I think, yep, Riley Lewis is going to get called on the hold. Shields cutting to the basket.
So he's holding his guy, impeding him from action. Let's see if we can get a replay here on the hold.
Rainey and number 34, Justin Fox, check back into the game for the Pioneers, as well as Jason Beckman and Jeff Goral will take his second appearance of the game. Shields gets it back, looks down to Rainey. Duax goes baseline, 8 seconds. Granger holds on to the rebound. Beckman finds Lewis. Lewis, quick 3 off the front of the rim, kind of a heat check.
The hot hand fallacy.
Fox down low. Finds Duax. He wants a deep 3. No good. Tipped away from Gertz. I thought that was an over the back call. Good box out from Goral. And Gertz gets it to go. Big man from outside. Gertz is going to get called for the blocking foul. Send Granger to the line.
Those are one of those same calls we saw earlier. No push off. It'll be a blocking foul. See the replay here.
Could have gone either way. We'll see Honer check back in for Ray.
Granger at the line with 9.
Pioneers currently up by 1, 29-28.
That is his first team's night.
Just Gird's first foul. Granger can't get it to fly. Shields to Duax. Honer doing a great job of stopping him in his tracks and not fouling. Beckman versus Shields. Shields with the best vertical I've seen in a long time. He sticks with, cuts through. He's going to go coast to coast behind the back, and honestly, I think he should have kept it. But what an athletic performance from Shields. And he saw that the whole way coming. That was what he was going for. Love to see a replay of that.
Yeah, there was no foul on that hard drive by Beckman. Coach Mitchell not happy with the no call.
The vertical, though, of Shields. Got up. He's up by the rim. Shields has it on the baseline. Pass it out to Girds. Girds against Woodham. Shields will take it out, send it out to Fox as they reset the offense. They find Girds down low. Out to Jarvitzeville. Jarvitzeville gets the 3 ball.
32-28, the lead now 4 for the Pioneers. 3:30 remaining in the first half. Lewis trying to make something happen.
Lewis has it. Coral gives it right back. Lewis gives it to Goro. Goro finds Woodham crashing in. He gets the ball stripped away. Timeout call from Girds. 3:15 left to go. They're going to take a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. Back and forth game. Both teams taking their shot at the lead, not really holding on to it for a long time. Bergeon, what do you think has kind of led to this back and forth action?
Well, I think neither team has really closed the gap offensively or defensively. They always let the other team come back into it. It's this back and forth thing that you mentioned, and Hope had a few good threes, and then gave up some defensive lapses that gave way to a couple threes. And inside, we missed some shots on the free throw line, and that's going to be huge as we get further and further into this game. And I think the Pioneers need to get back to getting physical inside. Preston's been doing a good job. Woodham's has been doing a good job inside, but we're just missing some shots as well. So I think both teams need to be more consistent on offense and on defense than in the transition game. So 32-28, the Pioneer lead. This is the rematch of the 1998 National Championship game with the Pioneers winning in overtime.
The crowd doing the YMCA.
Always a classic.
9 fouls for the Pioneers, 6 for the Dutch. And I mean, Bergeon, we preach it all the time. This is 3 minutes left to go in the first half. Free throws are going to become a crucial part of this game.
So back on the floor, it's going to be Honer, Beckman, Lewis, Granger, and Vree.
Jarvinseville will pass it into Shields to get things going after that timeout. Vree checks into the game for the Dutch. Fox up top to Shields. Honer, great defense. Trips up Shields. They want the travel. Duax is going to take the 3. That's a smooth shot.
It looked like he traveled, but no call. Beckman brings it up now. Down 7, about 2:40 remaining in the first half.
Beckman with a jumper. Wants to foul, and he'll get it. He'll shoot. Beckman, the best free throw shooter on this team, 92%.
One of the top players in the country in Division III. Looking at playing overseas next year. First shot is up and good.
One of those players, if you're Coach Mitch, you don't really worry about him at the line.
great free throw percentage. I believe it's
So 35 to 30.
5-point game. McCann has it. Cross court to Fox. Shields again. Now Duax down low to Fox against Vree. One-on-one. Floater over Vree.
That's a good job of creating space for yourself and going up over the top instead of trying to put up a shot that maybe would not have gone in. And Hope now has possession along the top of the key.
Beckman has it. He's going to get the foul off Shields. That'll be his second.
Pioneers fouls on number 4, Quinton Shields. That is his second.
Beckman back at the line.
79% free throw shooter.
See a replay of that. See if he can get the second to go. 2 minutes left to go in the first half. Sinks them both. Rainey brings it across. They find Fox on the wing. Rainey will get it again. Now Duax. Duax against Honer. Honer gets beat, and Duax draws a foul. It's his first foul.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get beat. You try and overcompensate and extend yourself and get called for the foul. And Duax will head to the line. First shot is up and good. Teddy Ray checks into the game for Honer.
Number 32, Teddy Ray.
Duax shooting 89%. Doesn't get the second. Rebound from Granger. Under the 2-minute mark, Lewis has it. Uses the screen from Vree. Picks up his dribble, dumps it down. Vree can't get the turnaround. Rebound from Fox. And Rainey will take it the other direction. Duax against Ray. Now Rainey. Mismatch. Vree left the defender, or left Rainey too early. Gave her a wide open three.
Yeah, you can't leave too early. Left him alone on the top of the key, able to sink the three. Beckman unable to convert on the runner off the glass. Under a minute to play in the first half. 41-32.
Jarvinsu finds Duax. Duax goes baseline. Jarvinsu wide open. Nice dish down to Fox. He's wide open because the double team came.
Yeah, open up those passing lanes. Loses the easy two. 4 seconds on the shot clock.
Lewis can't get to go. Shot clock off. 22 seconds left. Rainey has it against Beckman. Now Fox, back to Rainey on the screen. He takes the shot, no good. Beckman has a couple seconds to go off the backboard, but no good. So for the first half, 43-32, the Pioneers kind of ran away with it in the last couple minutes. As both teams head into the locker room, we'll take a couple-minute break.
You know, when you're more than a manager, you're not just saying, "Wow, you came in, thanks for coming in, and you know, this is what your investment did." It's so much more than that. There's so much more going on in their lives than just these investments, and it's good to understand that totality, so that you can say, "Well, you know, I know there's a better way of doing this, or I have a resource. I know, you know, there's some other resources that we can help you with here." So it's not just financial plan. It's serving people. It's serving people and loving on people, and that's very joyful.
Welcome back to DeVos Fieldhouse after the halftime break, 43-32. Pioneers sitting in a pretty good spot, 11-point lead. I'm Carly Vanswell alongside Brajan Crispin. Brajan, what did you see in that first half?
Well, I saw I saw both teams not being consistent on offense and defense, having shooting spurts here or there. So I think if I'm Hope, I need to get back to my bases, get the ball to my playmakers, and let them do their thing, and then get some defensive stops with Granger and Towns down low. And then if I'm the Pioneers, I need to continue playing the way I have been offensively with those back cuts and finding the open spaces with the ball.
And to add to that, if I'm the Pioneers, I got to limit my fouls, and Beckman with an uncharacteristic-like turnover strips it away. That'll stay here for the Pioneers.
It's a good job of recovering and impeding the easy 2-point shot. So the Pioneers will inbound. It's Quentin Shields.
Looks like maybe it went off of his leg, but I don't think the ref got back in time to have a good angle. He almost went for the alley-oop pass. Beckman takes it away. Good defense from Granger. Now Lewis has it. Inbound to Towns. He picks up his dribble, wants some help, finds Granger. Back to Towns. Spin move, double team there. I think Gerds is going to get called with the reach-in foul.
Pioneers fouls on number 40, Clay Gerds.
And it is Clay Gerds, got his hands caught for the foul.
It's going to be his second. Inbounds to Beckman, quick shot. He gets it. Beckman has 11. Shields brings it across. Now Gerds brings it back to Shields. 2X against Ray. Ray is with the block, has been put in the last couple games as the man to shut down the best players on the other end, and has done a phenomenal job at succeeding in that.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal defensive individual effort. Getting up, climbing the ladder, and getting the block.
I don't think the shot clock ended up resetting.
I was going to say, that was the quickest 30 seconds I've ever seen.
I think the ref is trying to figure out how to make it back, guesstimation.
So I've never seen this before in my entire life.
I think we're going to see a replay of that block shot from Ray.
That's a great effort. So they're going to put 17 seconds on the shot clock.
Inbounds from Beckman. 17 seconds is put on the shot clock. Lewis has it, gets it right back to Beckman. He finds Ray. Ray with the pump fake. One dribble, sinks the jumper.
Smooth play there by Teddy Ray, getting it done in the defensive end, and then now on offense, 36-43.
Rainey out to Tuma. Tuma had a couple fouls in the first half, so back in action in the second half, and turnover from the Pioneers.
So a little momentum, swinging the Dutchman way. I'd like to string together some offensive possessions. We get Granger involved down low. We did pretty well early on in the first half.
Beckman uses a screen. Dennis Towns open on the slit, but didn't get the pass. Missed shot, brought down by Gerds, and Shields has it against Lewis. Shields keeps it, circles around, finds Tuma. Down low, Granger cheats on the pass, gets it, has control. Beckman goes, they got numbers, 3-on-2, gives to Towns. Towns can't finish. Double team, needs some help. Granger coming from the opposite end. Good heads-up play from Towns not to panic.
Yeah, that's a great job by Towns finding the open guy. And it is Granger who comes and slips down and connects on the two.
Sorry about that, Brajan, but hustle play from Granger to cause that turnover and coming down to get the 2 points. Beckman mixes up that pass off the head of Rainey, and 2 defensive great plays from the Dutch.
And we're going to get a 30-second timeout. Pioneers want to talk things over, so we're going to stay here and we talked about coming out of the break. being more consistent on defense and converting offensively, and it's exactly what we've seen from this Dutch team. 3 minutes haven't gone by, but I feel like this is a different Hope team that went into the locker room at the end of the half. It's a 5-point game. The largest lead, I believe, was 12. So Hope right back in this one. It's a 2-possession game. Lewis and Granger both have 11 points, as well does Beckman. So the 3 captains on the team each have 11 points.
For the Pioneers, Duax has 10, as well as Rainey. The only other person on the floor for the Pioneers currently that have scored is Gerds with 4.
So Hope looking to keep up with their offensive consistency and prowess for the past 3 possessions.
Towns has it, gives it to Granger. Granger goes baseline, too far under. He wants to foul, it's gonna stay here. Good job by Towns. That's gonna go off of Tuma. Ray will take it out of bounds on the baseline.
Preston fired up over the no call. It's knocked away and picked up by Beckman, and Hope will regroup.
Beckman has over 20 seconds on the shot clock. Ray swings it to Beckman. Beckman swings it back to Towns. Lewis has it, goes baseline, wants the shot. And that's usually a Beckman move, but Lewis making it his own.
Nice shot of stopping and getting up in the air, creating separation, and being able to convert on the much needed 2. It's a 3-point game.
Shields has it. He takes the 3 off the front of the rim. No one's there to rebound except Gerds. He gets it back, finds Shield. Switch on the screen. They switch back. Down low to Rainey, and Beckman intercepts it off of Rainey. Second time that's happened.
Yeah, that's a great individual defensive effort. Being able to redirect the ball off of Rainey's leg. See the replay. And it goes off of Rainey. It'll be Hope basketball.
McCann and Stovall will check in for the Pioneers, and Vree comes into the game for the Dutch. Beckman calls the play, brings it across the line. He gets it back. Now Ray to Towns. Towns takes a couple dribbles. Can't get the turnaround. Good rebound from Stovall. He sends it back the other way. Duax down low to Rainey. Duax finds it again to Shields, who sets up the offense. Cut from McCann down low. We're gonna get a charge call from Beckman. Beckman drew that charge. Great positioning.
Yeah, it's a great job by Beckman being aware of where the player was. See the replay here. Beckman flopped a little bit, but he got away with it, and it is Hope ball. It's the team's 2nd foul for the Pioneers.
(15:30). 40-43, 3-point game now. Lewis to Vree. Vree finds Beckman. He goes right on the baseline. Same shot as Lewis. A little bit closer, and he'll add his total to 13.
It's a 1-point game, and the Pioneers still haven't scored in this half. 43-42.
Commentators curse, and Shields gets that one to go. Kind of glides through the defenders. That's his first bucket of the game. Kind of shocked by that. He's fired up defensively. Ray wants the foul as there's a lot of contact. And I think there's going to be a makeup call down low as Stovall is going to get called for the foul on Vree.
So that's their 3rd team foul.
That is his 2nd, team's 3rd.
And it wasn't a shooting foul, so the ball will stay on the floor. Teddy Ray will inbound, and Granger checks back into the game.
Fox, number 34 for Platteville. Comes in, he'll guard Granger.
Good height for the Flying Dutchman.
Granger gets it, keeps the ball, finds Ray. No good on the shot. Shields finds a wide open McCann. No good, ball's on the ground. McCann takes it. Now Stovall. Fresh shot clock. Duax against Ray. He wants to drive. Good strong defense from Ray. No one can handle the ball. McCann wants to go hard against Vree. He backs away. Another offensive rebound.
Hope has got to figure out a way to get some defensive rebounds.
Now Shield has it. Shield, once again, swings it down low to Fox. Wants the right hand.
And if he'd just gone up right away instead of doing the power dribble.
Completely agree. Beckman with the hustle, scoop it and sneaks it in.
And it's a 1-point game. 45-44. 30-second timeout, so we'll stay here, take a look at the replay. Nice little roll shot, gets it to go. Completely different Hope team that we've seen out of the break.
Send a new wave of energy through the DeVos Hope faithful, which you love to see.
Coming out in full support tonight.
Some stats right now, Hope shooting 45% from the field, Platteville 43%. Platteville 50% from the three, and Hope, usually a three-point team, just 3 of 11, shooting 27%. Both teams shooting 75% from the free throw line. Platteville has 11 turnovers, Hope 8. Platteville is winning the rebounding game by 4. And points in the paint are tied at 14. Something interesting to see is that Platteville has 19 points off the bench while Hope only has 0. So a stat that will be interesting to see. That's going to be a foul on Vree.
Yeah, Coach Mitchell doesn't really use a whole lot of guys off the bench. Let's say Woodhams, Honer, and Danny Beckman are probably the top 3 that he uses off the bench. So
Jeff Gorel has a couple good minutes as well. And something that I've talked to a couple of the members of the coaching staff is that they haven't really found a rotation quite yet. As they have their starting 5, which is good, but they don't have a consistent rotation beyond that they've really found that works well. So I think that's something that they really need to figure out as we get deeper into the season and closer to tournament time.
And Duax hits 11 on the evening. 2-point game.
Intercepted by Shields. Fox recovers it, and Shields will get it back. Slows down to set up the offense. Now McCann. He swings it to Stovall. Stovall wants to drive, and Beckman comes in and swats it out of his hands.
Beckman all over the place defensively. Him leaving his guy and coming over to help and strip the ball out, and his brother Danny will check in for Lewis.
12 seconds on the shot clock for the Pioneers. Into McCann. Down to Stovall against Vree. Stovall with the long arms goes right over the fingertips of Vree.
So the lead is now 4.
Beckman with a post move. Tried to get the left hand, can't. Shields just completely misplays that one.
And he loses control to go out of bounds, so Hope will retain possession. Beckman to inbound.
Calvin Hackert's going to come in for Beckman. Hackert, a player we usually see in the first half, early on in the first half, one of the first subs off the bench, but making his first appearance tonight. We also see Teddy Ray. So a younger squad besides Ray out. Hackert has it again. Uses the pick from Granger, misses the roll. Now Ray. It'll get tipped away.
14 seconds remaining on the shot clock. I'd like to see them get the ball down to Vree down low and just let them work.
Hackert will take the inbounds pass. Finds Danny. Danny Beckman with the ball. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Packard has it. Now with 5. He has to take it. Ray has 2 seconds to shoot. No good. And Granger keeps it alive with the tip. They set up the offense. Packard brings it down to Granger. Granger had great steal, but didn't use the backboard. That's going to be a foul on Preston Granger.
And that's only his first foul, so some room to work. See, look at the replay here. Misses the shot, puts a little too much on, and then goes over the top for the foul.
McCann finds Fox, who looks to Rainey. Rainey back into the game. Duax gets it again. He's going to drive, loses it. Fox gets it. Nice reverse.
It's great passing awareness, finding the open guy for 2. Hackett with it now.
Now Ray to Bree. He swings it to the corner. Danny Beckman finds Granger. Granger with the post move, no good. Stovall brings it down.
And Granger was so successful in the first half. Let's see him get going again. It's going to be a key part of this offense. And Ray's going to get called for the foul.
Lucy Dennistown, Lewis, and Jason Beckman check back into the game. I think that's a smart move from Coach Mitch. Now it's a 6-point lead for Platteville. McCann takes the ball out of bounds. Gives it right away to Shields. Now Gerds made a 3 before. That one's going to be an air ball, and Towns has got to get his hands up. That just went right off of him.
Got to think ball first before heading up court. So Platteville will inbound. It's Quentin Shields.
He finds Fox. Shields gets it back.
10 seconds on the shot clock.
He keeps it. Drives. Up against Ray. Into the camera. And I would love to see a replay of that.
That is his 3rd. Team score.
You can be the judge from home.
It looked like he just blocked a shot and caught it midair and took it down with them.
Yep.
Not necessarily sure about the call.
Mitch is baffled.
Shields at 92%. He doesn't miss.
Shield, great free throw shooter, makes the first. He's got 3. Dietz is going to come in for Ray. Ray has 3 fouls.
Score sheet. 51-44. It'll run by Platteville.
So he gets both.
So the Hope offense started out strong and has been held to virtually nothing with the past couple possessions.
8-point lead for the Pioneers. The Dutch need to really get it going offensively. Towns goes through the defense, can't get it off the back of the rim. That's kind of been a struggle for the Dutch. That back of the rim just bouncing off of it.
Now they've missed 3 straight possessions inside where they should convert. 8-point game.
Dennis getting his hands in the passing lane, sends that right into the Platteville bench.
Platteville will retain possession. 16 seconds remaining on the shot clock.
10-19 left to go in the second half. Shields looks for his options and finds Gerds up top. Shield over Lewis, athletic play.
And it was a nice job coming around the elbow, stopping and shooting, and Coach Mitch wants to talk things over. Looking for the call if it's 30-second or a full. And it's going to be a full timeout, so we'll step away, be back right after this.
At Lawrence and Vanderswart, we are interested in the history of our community. The early Dutch settlers knew that in order for the tiny Holland community to flourish, they were going to need the shipping industry to stop by. So they began digging the channel, without help from the government, all by themselves. The dream of a real lighthouse was realized in 1936, when it switched on its big light for the very first time. The ships came, the lighthouse became an icon, and the ambition and hard work of those early settlers continues to bless our community to this day. Innovation and ambition today can pay dividends for decades. Lawrence and Vanderswaard, interested in our history, invested in our future.
And welcome back inside DeVos Fieldhouse. Brajon Crispin alongside Carly Van Swole. 10-point lead for the Pioneers of University of Wisconsin Platteville. Hope to come out on a run to start the half, and then Platteville came up with a run of its own, missing on a few key shots inside the paint. Did the Dutch. Lewis with it now on top of the key.
Again, Granger missed on the roll. Dietz now has it. Someone's got to make a threat offensively. Now Beckman against McCann, down to Granger, kind of runs into Towns, excuse me, and he'll draw the foul.
It's a good job of Granger getting back to the line, using his strength, his size, his frame to draw some contact and get to the line. Granger with 11 on the afternoon.
It's going to be a foul on number 40, Clay Gerds. Misses the first. We'll see Duax check in for Fox.
Robert Duax.
Riley Lewis with Greg Mitchell arm around his shoulder. We're talking about some doings on the floor. Riley Lewis having a fine season.
Sneaks in the second. And we'll see Jarvin Salou check in. He'll come in for McCann.
Jarvin Salou played 14 minutes in that first half.
Shields has it up top.
It's going to be an offensive foul. Trying to get a number.
It's going to be on Gerds. That illegal screen.
So Woodhams checks back into the game for Towns. Woodhams will inbound to Lewis.
Gerds now has 3 fouls. So he's got to be careful with 9:36 left to go. Lewis with it. Woodhams now hands it off. Lewis takes that baseline jumper again and gets it.
We're going to start getting back to that. He was really successful with that early on in the second half. 54-47.
Shields brings it in to McCann. Kicks out to Gerds. Swings it to Duax. And I think Dietz is going to get a foul.
There's a reach-in foul. See if we can get a replay here on the call. Sometime maybe. Take you back to play.
Duax with the shot. Brought down. It's going to stay with the Pioneers.
Granger telling the officials who's pushed, looking for a foul, doesn't get one, so Shields will inbound.
He finds Gerds, swings it to Shields. He's got a wide open lane, takes it with the left hand. And honestly surprised he got 8 points, but I'm just surprised he doesn't do that more often.
Yeah, he's so quick and explosive to the rim.
Lewis has it. 9-point lead for the Pioneers. Beckman wants to take the shot, and he's good. He's got 18.
And he needs to start taking over Hope to get back into this game. It's a 2-possession game. Teddy Ray getting ready to check back in for the Dutch.
That's going to be an over-the-back call, and Rainey just completely fumbled that.
Not really sure what he was doing there, but Beckman will inbound to Lewis. And Justin Stovall checks back into the game, and Clay Gerds will check out.
Beckman, I was going to say checks it in. That's not, you know, good words. Lewis to Granger.
When you've done 3 games, you get a little bit lax.
I agree. Ray at the free throw line.
It's kind of ugly.
Oh, yeah, kind of ugly.
But he gets it to go in.
Set, but
gets it to go. It's a 4-point game. DeVos Fieldhouse coming alive. 7:45 left to play.
Granger with a great defense.
Tag team defense of Woodhams and Granger. Big possession here. These turnovers are hurting the Pioneers.
Lewis keeps his dribble, circles around, Duax trips it up, and is it going to go off his foot? Justin Fox will check back in. You mentioned those turnovers. Platteville at 14 now.
16 on the shot clock.
Sam Bree will come back in for Woodham.
16 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Beckman to Lewis.
Lewis to Ray, down low to Granger. He's got a lot of room, almost too much. Set himself underneath the basket. Floater, no good. And Shields is going to get called for the foul, pushing Bree underneath the basket.
That's going to be his third, 8 points on the afternoon. It's a loose ball foul. Let's see if we can get a replay. Blake McCann checks back into the game for the Pioneers. You can see it there, he pushed Bree. So fresh shot clock. Opportunity for the Dutch to cut into this 4-point lead.
Into Beckman, he takes that baseline jumper. Granger brings down the rebound, getting attacked, sends it out to Ray. And Beckman will bring it back to set up the offense. Looks at his options, there's Ray. Sends it down to Bree. Skip pass to Lewis. Jumper, gets the 3, and it's a 1-point game.
Lewis with 18, a big 3-point shot. It's a 1-point game. The DeVos faithful finding their voice, and we'll get a foul call.
That's going to be on 32, Teddy Ray. I believe that is his 4th. Key defensive player in foul trouble.
So that was their 16th foul. So every foul from here on out, the Pioneers will be shooting.
Corners waiting at the scorer's table to check in for Teddy Ray.
The defensive specialist. First shot is up and good.
Duax about to take his second shot. And it's good. He's got 12. Make that 13. Hold on the baseline. Skip over to Beckman. He sends it down low. Reaching foul on Fox.
He pushed Preston a little bit.
And that's going to be puts them in the bonus. So Granger will get the 1-and-1 shot.
And these free throws are going to be so big down the rest of the stretch. Both teams are in the bonus.
Tuma back into the game, as well as Gerds. He sinks the first.
2-point game, 6:24 remaining. Big free throw here.
Incredible stat break. Only 4 Flying Dutchmen have scored tonight.
And he gets both. And we heard from our colleagues behind us the most shocking stat of the night. The Dutch only have 4 players that have scored. And those 4 players would be Jason Beckman with 18, as we get a foul on Preston Granger, send Duax in line. Jason Beckman with 18, Riley Lewis with 18, Preston Granger with 12, and Teddy Ray with 7.
Hope is down after a big run. Yeah, the first one is rattled.
Duax makes the first.
And they have stormed their way back.
So I think there's a mix-up. I think they think that they got the wrong shooter up there. But the foul was on against Gerds, but instead Duax shot. Now Beckman has it. 6 minutes to go. He hands off to Lewis. Granger's going to hand off to Honer. Swings it over to Lewis. Down low. 3 has it.
We'll get a whistle call.
That's going to be on 3 McCann. I think Beckman, yep, Jason Beckman's going to take his turn at the line.
And Shields will check back into the game for the Pioneers. McCann comes out.
Shields back in at the 5:53 mark.
Big free throws.
So like we talked about, Beckman, Lewis,
If you're Coach Mitch and you can pick anyone to be at the line at this moment, Beckman's your dude.
Bill Woodhams is pretty good too. Are we getting a timeout? I'm not sure what the call is.
I guess we're getting a 30-second timeout is what I heard. So we're going to keep it here.
Not really sure whose timeout this is.
Nope. I was kind of unclear. Oh, it looks like McCann got a cut on his chin, so there's probably some blood. So I don't think that's going to be charged to anyone.
It's a medical timeout.
So Greg Hope is down by 10 at the 10-19.
So Beckman at the line to shoot 2.
Wonderful training staff taking care of him. 5:53. Rolls around the basket, and I think everybody's hearts of the Old Faithful stop for a little bit, watching that go in.
Nonetheless, it's 68-50. 5:53 remaining.
Beckman gets both. 1-point game.
So Beckman with 19 on the evening.
Make that 20.
Beckman now with 20
I did
on
the
the
same
evening.
thing.
Hope needs a desperate defensive stop. Honer, the defensive specialist.
Against Duax. Off the rim, 3 brings down the rebound.
Chance to take the lead for the Dutch. Beckman directing traffic.
Honer's done a great job of stepping up defensively in this game. Honer now has it. Needs some help, finds Granger. Handoff to Beckman. 5 seconds on the shot clock. He's got to take the shot. He gets the and one. That is only a shot Jason Beckman can make.
Are you kidding me? Big time players making big time plays. The shot counts 61-60. Take a look at the replay here.
Holy cow. Superhuman play right there from Jason Beckman.
See if you can complete the 3-point play.
Beckman, I've never met anyone at this level who has better control of their body in the air than Jason Beckman. And he's going to get a nice long clap from the Hope faithful as they take the 2-point lead. And we are re-energized here in DeVos Fieldhouse. Duax with the ball. He's going to take it off the hands of Gerds. He holds on to it. Up high, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Jarvinseville is going to get the charge, and Honer's there, the defensive specialist, off the bench. Jarvinseville will get called for the charge. We'll see the replay here. And Honer with great positioning. Huge defensive stops from the Dutch.
We're going to get a full timeout. Pioneers want to talk things over. 60-62, Hope with the 2-point lead. We'll be back right after this.
We've intentionally never had minimum account sizes. Our philosophy has always been, if you're willing to put in the work and we'll collaborate and we set the plan in place and you're willing to go along with this plan and to put forth effort to this plan, we're happy to work with you. It's what we love to do. And so we have people coming in from the very starting point all the way to, you know, to the wealthy people. It's all different scenarios. Financial planning is not just for the wealthy.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to DeVos Fieldhouse. Bergeron Crispin alongside Carly Vance Walls. We get set to bring you the remaining 4:47 in the second half. Quite a turnaround of events, some stops, and then a big-time play from Jason Beckman. As Al Michaels would say, do you believe in miracles? Yes. Hope up 2 after facing a significant deficit earlier on in the half. A chance to continue with this momentum, the building coming alive. Buzzer sounds, players head back onto the floor. It's Beckman, Lewis, Bree, Honer, and Granger on the floor for the Dutch.
The Dutch at one point down by 11, now up by 2. And Lewis will give it to Bree. He finds Lewis again. Down low to Granger. One-on-one, no help defense. He's going to take it baseline. Decides not to give it to it. Lewis in and out. Bree spikes it to Jason Beckman. Looks for the shot. I think everyone in DeVos wanted it, but he decides to slow it up.
Probably the smarter decision.
Great basketball IQ that all the Beckmans have.
The ball goes out of bounds. And Teddy Ray checks into the game for Honer. So Honer did his job getting to some defensive stops. Now Ray comes in. Ray has 4 fouls. And Towns checks into the game for Sam Bree.
We got to remember, Teddy Ray has 4 fouls. So he's got to be careful. 4:08-ish left to go. Shields with the ball. He uses the screens, but he's going to take it. Instead, Gerd's going back up. Someone's got to box him out. He's got 2 chances, can't get him to go, and Ray finally brings down the rebound.
Great job going straight up as to avoid the foul. Comes down with the rebound. 3 minutes and change remaining. Chance to add on to this 2-point lead.
Beckman with it. Gives it to Granger. Far away from the basket. Getting stuck underneath again. That's a couple times he's done that. Beckman mixes it up. The ref's gonna say that Beckman tipped it. He thought that it went off Duax. We'll see the replay. Shields has it now. Still a 2-point game, 62-60. McCann, 2 Gerds. Seems to be good with that cut that he had. Rainey, shot clock at 6. Beckman's gonna get called with the foul.
It's his second on the evening. 23 points, the stat line for Jason Beckman.
Kind of swatted at that one. I don't think he really needed to. He had great positioning. And that would have been a tough shot for Rainey to make as he's at the line.
And Bree checks into the game for Towns. And Vree has no fouls, so some room to work.
He makes both. Tied.
3 minutes remaining.
Lewis has it. Now Granger, top of the key, finds Gray. Vree down on the baseline, and Duax is going to get called for the foul. Vree will go to the free throw line.
And he can't believe the foul. Big free throws here for Vree. Chance to put his team ahead. 2:48 remaining. And he's shooting 2.
Duax now has 3 fouls. Vree gets the first. Historically not a good free throw shooter, so exciting to see him get one. And that makes it officially 5 players from this Dutch team who have scored. Beckman now with 23. And Vree brings his total to 2 key free throws, saving his points to when it matters.
So the Hope defense needing a big stop. Shields brings it up across the timeline.
Honer's on Duax. He checked in for Vree. Dutch going a little bit smaller than usual. But so is the Pioneers. Far side over to Gertz. Swings it back to Rainey. He finds McCann. He wants to go baseline. Ray with the great defense.
And he's got 4, remember, so it's a great defensive effort. Lewis brings it up, just crosses the timeline. 2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining.
Beckman uses the screen from Granger. Granger on the roll, but Beckman keeps it with a good jumper, and Coach Mitch is fired up. 62-66.
Beckman with 25.
Shields goes for the jumper. Can't get it over Honer. Granger had to be careful, almost stepped out of bounds. But Beckman will slowly take it up the court. To Lewis. He goes to Honer. Granger hands off to Beckman. Beckman down to Granger. Nice pass from Jason Beckman, and good finish by Granger. He's got 16.
Hope looking to move to 5 and 3.
And that would have been a huge play for Duax. That would make it a 3-point game, but still 6. And we're going to get a timeout from Coach Mitch. And that shot from Duax went in and out. So Dutch got lucky there.
It's going to be a full timeout, so we'll step away. 68-62, Dutchmen lead, 1:11 remaining in the half. We'll be back right after this.
My 32 years, I can look back at clients and realize that when I started with them in my mid-30s, I was one of many professionals in their life. But since then, their doctors retired, their attorneys retired, their ministers retired, all the key people in their life retired, but we're still there. And over time, we end up being very, very close to our clients. It's very hard to talk about your financial history without talking about your family history. We get to know it, we keep it confidential, and you can't help but begin to love these people.
Welcome back inside DeVos Fieldhouse. Brajon Crispin alongside Carly Van Swole. Been an up and down game. Hope leading 68-62, a minute 11 seconds remaining. Hope hit their free throws when it mattered, and some big plays from senior leadership Teddy Ray and Jason Beckman. Both players head out onto the floor now. For the Dutch, it's Ray, Beckman, Lewis, Honer, and Granger.
And for the Pioneers, you have McCann, Shields, Rainey, Duax, and I think, yep, number 24, Jarvincevu. Beckman with it, goes past Shields. Ray down low, triple teamed. Shields keeps that in bounds, and now McCann has it, under a minute to go. Rainey goes past Honer, doesn't get it to go. Beckman gets the rebound. Now they have no choice but to foul. Beckman, smart choice of keeping that ball as the best free throw shooter. Him or Lewis is a good choice to go to the line. That is going to be Rainey's third foul.
So Beckman goes to the line. 68-62, 46 seconds left. 25 points on the game. Hits these, it's basically game over. Don't want to give the commentators curse here, but hits the first one. 7-point lead. Second one up and good.
Beckman with 27. 46.2 seconds. Shield picks it up. They're going to need a quick possession here. Duax will take the three and gets it to go. Quick timeout from the Pioneers. It's a 5-point game, so still anyone's game. Dutch are going to have to do a really great job of taking care of the ball. We're going to get a full timeout, so we'll keep it here.
38 seconds remaining. It's a 5-point game.
What do you think the Pioneers' game plan is? We'll see a little bit of replay here of that Duax three. But if you're the Pioneers, what is your goal, or what is kind of your plan of action?
Foul right away. Hope misses the free throws, and then maybe go an off-ball screen, pick and roll, and then get an open shot from downtown. It is a 2-possession game.
Are you going to try to trap, or are you going to foul right away? Because down low they had a triple team on Ray, struggled, forced the turnover.
Great basketball question from Carly Van Swoel.
I don't think there's a right answer on that way. I think.
I mean, if it was me, I would foul right away. Try and preserve enough time.
I think Duax is going to kind of be a main offensive threat in these last 38 seconds. So it'll be interesting to see. I think Teddy Ray will stay on him, but either Ray or Honer are going to have to play tight D on him, and whoever's on Shield is going to have to stay in front and don't allow him to drive.
And Honer stays in the game, the defensive specialist. It'll be Hope basketball, Ray to inbound. You can expect a full court press here.
He's running the baseline, that's Ray.
Gotta make sure you get the ball out.
And that's a 5-second violation. Gotta say that's a pretty quick 5-second, but nonetheless, great defense by the Pioneers.
So 38 seconds remaining, 5-point game. The turnover off the full court press. Shields to inbound.
Listen to McCann. He just pushed off Beckman. Shot doesn't go in. That's going to be a foul on the ground. Beckman wants to push off still. That's going to be on Honer, his third foul.
So Clay Gerds is going to go to the line. He's shooting a 1-and-1.
Gerds 77% from the line. Sinks the first.
Take a look at the replay here.
Stovall and Jarvincebu will check into the game. Defensively, I think that's going to be an offense-defense thing as Gerds and Rainey take a seat. This time they get the ball inbounds to Beckman. Going to get a foul call.
And the Pioneer bench thinking Jason slipped, but they get the foul call, so Beckman will head to the line to try and ice the game.
That's going to be McCannon's fourth foul.
Take a look at the replay here.
That might be 5 on. That might be the day for McCann. I see 4 on there. So 3-point lead for Hope. Free throws coming up.
First one is up and good. Rainey checks into the game, as well as Gerds.
So currently a 4-point game. If Beckman makes this, still 5-point game, and 30 seconds left. That's a lot of time to work with.
6 remaining and 30 on the shot clock. Second one up by Beckman.
Shield picks up this ball just over the halfway mark. He's going to take the three off the front of the rim. Holmaner is going to take it. Great job to give it right away to Beckman. And he's going to draw the foul.
So Beckman with 29 on the night. The Hope faithful roaring in approval. 20.7 seconds left. It's a 5-point game. Beckman trying to make it a 7-point game. And it's a 30-point game for Jason Beckman. Credit to his other teammates as well for getting him in scoring opportunities.
Lewis still with 18, Granger with 16, Teddy Ray with 7, and Bree with 2, and Beckman will lead him with 31.
Coach telling his team to not foul. So foul would earn them a trip to the charity stripe. 74-67. 15 seconds remaining.
Sorry about that, Bazan.
No, you're good.
Duax took that against Honer. 5-point game. 15.3 seconds. We'll see a replay of that.
Hope trying to advance to 5-3. If the score held up, Platteville falls to 5-4. Platteville coming off a 20-point loss to Wheaton College in Illinois. Hope coming off of a loss to the University of Wisconsin Stevens Point, a contested matchup here at DeVos.
Wisconsin Platteville, their player stats. Duax has 20 points. Rainey has 11. Shields with 9, Sobel with 8, Fox with 8, Gerds with 6, and Gerds also has 9 rebounds. Jarvinsavu with 5, McCann with 2, and then Tuma has 1 rebound to add.
And Hope returns to DeVos Fieldhouse Tuesday through Wednesday, December 18th through 19th for the Great Lakes Invitational and Rustavet Holiday Classic that features LaRoche from Pennsylvania, Mount St. Joseph in Ohio, and Calvin. The 2-day event features games at 6 and 8 p.m. with Hope playing in the nightcap each night. Make sure to get your tickets for that invitational as well. You can go to hopeathletics.edu. 74-69, Teddy Ray to inbound.
They got to get this in. They're going to get a hold on Beckman. So Shields going to get called for the foul before it was even inbounded. That's his 4th. And he knows. So Beckman's back to the free throw line.
And Beckman knows where he is in space and is able to draw a foul.
I like that strategy by Platteville. They fouled before the ball was inbounded.
Beckman to the line.
But they got Beckman at the line for Hope.
Trying to ice this game.
Gets the first.
Well, Casey Rutledge, if you're watching from Australia, once in a while, color announcer who knows the Beckmans very well.
Beckman gets both. They get it into Shields.
14 seconds remaining.
Shields goes coast to coast, right over, and he'll get it to go.
10 points all in the second half.
11 seconds. Inbounds to Lewis. And if the ref wasn't there, he would have gone right into the second row. But Lewis also a really great free throw shooter. That's going to be McCann's 5th foul.
So he's done for the evening. 76-71, 10.1 seconds remaining. Beckman with 33 points, 2 33-point games in his past 3 games.
So Platteville kind of using this opportunity as a timeout. They set up a play.
Now he stands to really ice this cake. Riley on the year, he missed a free throw in the Greenville game. He hasn't missed one since.
So just Stovall and Duax down by the basket. Lewis makes the first. He's up to 19 points.
And Riley, a key contributor this evening, hitting some big shots from beyond the arc. Some big jumpers as well. Kind of carrying this team moments when they needed him to.
Yeah. Made a lot of big-time shots. We talk about Beckman a lot, rightfully so with 33 points, but Lewis also a powerhouse offensive player for this team. Shot no good from the Pioneers. They're not going to foul on this. And the Dutch come away with the 78-71 win over UW Platteville. Phenomenal and just great team win for the Dutch. So a lot of key plays, especially from Honer off the bench defensively. Teddy Ray doing a great job defensively. And as we know, Beckman and Lewis as well as Granger getting it done offensively. Once again, I'm Carly Van Swal alongside Rajon Crispin. Thank you for being with us this whole time. The trifecta of games, 3 games today at DeVos Fieldhouse. Thank you again, and as always, Roll Dutch.